Too often, we accepted the idea that life is happening to us instead of happening through us, my dear one. Too often, we were taught to fear our thoughts instead of learning to guide them. Too often, we believed that what shows up in our experience is fate, luck, accident, when in truth, it is reflection, resonance, and return. As I often say, life is very simple. What we give out, we get back. And the moment you truly let that truth settle into your heart, everything begins to soften, everything begins to rearrange, everything begins to open. I want you to take a slow breath with me as we begin this journey together. Let this be a gentle conversation between you and me, one soul to another, one heart speaking to another. Because what I'm about to share with you is not theory, not philosophy, not something to memorize. It is something to live, something to feel, something to allow. Because healing, transformation, attraction, they all begin with the same root, focus. And so, my dear, let me ask you a simple, tender question. What are you focusing on today? Most people don't realize that they are focusing on fear while hoping for love. They are focusing on lack while praying for abundance. They are focusing on what they don't want while whispering for what they do. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom and perfect neutrality, simply responds with yes. Not because it favors one over the other, but because it reflects your inner truth, not your outer wish. This is why I say gently, lovingly, truthfully, whatever you focus on with feeling, the universe will always return to you. Think of your mind as a garden, my dear. Every thought is a seed. Every emotion is water. Every repetition is sunlight. And the universe? The universe is the soil, infinitely fertile, infinitely receptive, infinitely responsive. The soil never judges the seed. It will grow roses or weeds with the same enthusiasm. It will grow joy or sorrow with the same loyalty. It will grow possibilities or limitations depending on what you plant, what you water, what you revisit again and again. And so I ask softly, what have you been planting, my love? What are the thoughts you repeat when no one is listening? What are the beliefs you rehearse when you lie awake at night? What stories do you tell yourself about who you are, what you deserve, and what is possible for you? This is not criticism. This is awareness. And awareness is the beginning of healing. Too often we accepted thoughts that were never ours. Too often we inherited fear from a parent, worry from a teacher, shame from a moment long forgotten. And we believed those thoughts because we repeated them and repeated them and repeated them until they became the lens through which we saw everything. But my dear, the lens is not the truth. The thought is not the truth. The thought is just a thought, and a thought can be changed. When you understand this, not in your mind but in your bones, you step into the most powerful truth I have ever taught. The point of power is in the present moment, not in the memory of what hurt you, not in the fear of what could go wrong, not in the story someone else told you. Power is here. Power is now. Power is in this breath you are taking. So let us begin gently, naturally, completely. Let us begin with your focus. You see, your mind is both a receiver and a sender. It receives impressions from your past, from your environment, from your habits, and it sends signals into the universe, not through the words you speak, but through the energy you hold. The universe responds to vibration, not vocabulary. If your vibration is worry, you attract more reasons to worry. If your vibration is gratitude, you attract more reasons to say thank you. If your vibration is fear, you attract experiences that match fear. If your vibration is love, oh my dear, the universe rushes into your life with open arms. So many people ask me, Louise, but why do I keep attracting what I don't want? And I always answer softly, because that is what you focus on. When you worry, you rehearse what you fear. When you complain, you energize what you dislike. When you criticize, you strengthen what you judge. When you doubt, you reinforce what you resist. And without realizing it, you are saying to the universe, more of this, please. Not because you want it consciously, but because you are feeding it vibrationally. My dear, this is not your fault. This is conditioning. This is habit. This is the mind doing what it has learned to do. But just as a child can unlearn harmful patterns, your mind can unlearn the old, tired ways of focusing on lack, loss, and limitation. You can choose a new focus. You can choose a new energy. You can choose a new reality. And it begins with something very simple. Awareness. Notice your thoughts. Notice the stories you tell about yourself. Notice how often you say, I can't, I'm afraid, I don't know, or it's too hard. Every one of these phrases is a seed. But when you catch yourself, when you pause, when you breathe and gently redirect your focus, you plant a new seed, a seed of possibility. And possibility, my dear, is the beginning of creation. Let me tell you something I have repeated for decades. You are not stuck. You are never stuck. You may be in a pattern. You may be in a habit. You may be in a familiar loop of thinking. But patterns can be changed. Habits can be rewritten. Loops can be interrupted. All it takes is one new thought repeated with intention. All it takes is a shift in focus. Let's practice together for a moment. Place your hand on your heart. Take a long, soft breath in and whisper with me, I am open to all possibilities. Say it again, slower. I am open to all possibilities. This is not wishful thinking. This is instruction. This is direction. This is focus. You are telling your mind what to look for. You are telling your energy what to become. You are telling the universe what to amplify. So let us shift your inner dialogue. Let us replace I don't have with I am opening to receive. Let us replace it's too hard with I am learning a new way. Let us replace nothing works out for me with life loves me and brings me what I need. Feel how different that feels in your body. One closes, one opens, one contracts, one expands. Energy responds to expansion. The universe responds to openness. Creation responds to willingness. That is why I always remind you, you do not need to know how. You only need to be willing. Willingness is the door. Willingness is the light that guides you forward. Willingness is the quiet voice inside that says, maybe things can be better. Maybe things can be easier. Maybe life is on my side. And when you say maybe, the universe says, let me show you. My dear, if only you saw what love is preparing for you behind the scenes. If only you knew how every gentle shift in your focus sends ripples into the future. If only you realized how powerful you truly are. I want to ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly in your heart. What would your life look like if you focused on what is possible instead of what is missing? What doors would open? What opportunities would rise? What healing would accelerate? What relationships would soften? What abundance would flow? The universe does not operate on pressure. It operates on permission. When you say, I am open, life responds. When you say, I am ready, life rearranges. When you say, I am willing, life provides. Whatever you focus on, gently, consistently, with feeling, becomes the blueprint of your future. So let us shift your blueprint. Let us train your focus. Let us teach your beautiful mind to look toward what can be instead of what is missing. I want you to try something with me. Something small, something soft, something powerful. Think of something you desire, not with desperation, not with worry, with curiosity, with gentleness, with love. Now breathe in and say silently, I am open to this or something better. Feel that? That is expansion. That is alignment. That is focus moving into harmony with the universe. You are not forcing. You are allowing. You are not chasing. You are receiving. You are not begging. You are partnering with life. Life loves you. Life hears you. Life responds to you. And as we continue this journey together, my dear, we will go even deeper into how to sustain this focus, how to train your energy, how to choose thoughts that build the life you long for. But before we step into that next part, I want you to hold on to this truth. You always get what you focus on. So choose with love. Whenever you're ready, let's continue. I believe 9 focus points can gently redirect the entire course of your life, my dear. Not through force, but through awareness, softness, and the willingness to see things differently. When you begin to shift your attention, even in the smallest ways, the universe shifts with you. Life bends toward your energy, not your words. And so when I invite you to focus on what you can control, I am inviting you back into your own power, the true, quiet, steady power that lives inside your breath, your reactions, your thoughts, your attitude, and the choices you make every day. You cannot control the weather, or the past, or the opinions of others, but you can guide your inner world. You can return to your breath when fear rises. You can choose patience when irritation knocks. You can select one kinder thought when your mind spirals. You can meet the moment with curiosity instead of tension. And again, you can decide to show up as the person you are becoming. This is not small work. This is sacred work. This is where transformation begins. Because when you take responsibility for what is yours, you stop leaking energy into what is not. And when I ask you to focus on yourself, I am reminding you that your energy matters more than the expectations placed upon you. Too many of us were raised to prioritize everyone else's comfort before our own truth. But healing asks you to return to yourself, to your needs, your feelings, your inner voice. Your outer life can only rise when your inner world is tended to. So sit with your heart more often. Ask yourself gently, what do I need? Allow your emotions to be felt rather than dismissed. Treat your inner self as you would a small child who has been waiting years for your attention. When you nurture your own energy, when you stop abandoning yourself, life responds with alignment. Because all meaningful change begins within. The moment you choose yourself with kindness, you begin a new chapter of your life. Focus on blessings, my dear, because what you appreciate expands. Blessings bloom under the light of awareness. Gratitude is the most powerful fertilizer in the garden of your life. When you start noticing the good, the warm cup in your hands, the softness of your bed, the breath that carries you, the small kindnesses throughout your day, something inside you opens. Gratitude shifts your vibration instantly. It reminds you of what is working, what is supporting you, what is already here. And as you appreciate more, you receive more. Life mirrors the love you give. So let yourself whisper thank you often, not out of obligation, but out of recognition. The more you bless what is good, the more good appears. This is the law. This is the flow. This is the magic of a grateful heart. When you focus on happiness, remember that happiness is not an event. It is a practice, a habit, a way of seeing. Happiness grows when you stop treating challenges as punishments and begin seeing them as teachers. Happiness grows when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and begin choosing small moments of joy right where you are. Happiness grows when you allow yourself to soften your gaze and say, "This, too, is helping me grow." You do not need a perfect life to feel joy. You only need to shift the way you interpret your experiences. Happiness comes from meaning, from perspective, from willingness. When you see life as something happening for you rather than to you, joy becomes your companion instead of a visitor. Focus on love, especially self-love, for it is the foundation of all healing. Every transformation I have witnessed began when someone stopped speaking harshly to themselves and started embracing themselves with tenderness. Love is not vanity. Love is nourishment. Love is the soil in which every blessing grows. When you speak to yourself gently, when you choose compassion over criticism, when you say, "I am willing to love myself a little more today," your entire life begins to shift. You cannot bloom under the weight of your own judgment. You cannot flourish in an environment of self-attacks. But when you water yourself with kindness, when you look into your own eyes with acceptance, you open the door to healing that no one else could ever open for you. Focus on solutions, not problems, because fear magnifies obstacles, while belief reveals possibilities. Problems cannot be solved from the same energy that created them. When you fixate on the problem, you rehearse anxiety. When you open to solutions, you activate clarity. Say softly, "I know there is an answer, and the answer is coming to me now." This affirmation aligns your mind with possibility. It shifts your energy from panic to openness. It aligns your vibration with support. And when you trust that an answer exists, even before you see it, you become receptive to insights, ideas, guidance, and opportunities you could not perceive before. Solutions are always near. They reveal themselves when you calm the noise inside you. Focus on growth, not perfection. Growth is steady, gentle, patient. It is not a giant leap. It is a series of small steps repeated with willingness. Every mistake carries a message. Every setback holds a lesson. Every challenge invites expansion. When you see yourself as a student of life rather than a failure needing correction, you liberate yourself from harsh expectations. Say, "I am learning, I am growing, I am becoming." Let that be enough. Growth is not linear. Growth is not glamorous. Growth is often quiet, slow, and subtle, but it is miraculous. And as long as you keep moving with softness and honesty, you are on the right path. Focus on peace, not as a condition, but as a choice. Peace does not wait for the world to calm down. Peace begins the moment you choose not to be pulled into chaos. Peace is the gentle decision to breathe instead of react, to pause instead of panic, to observe instead of absorb. Peace is saying, "I will not let this moment steal my inner stability." When you choose peace, you recalibrate your nervous system. Your intuition becomes clearer. Your relationships soften. Your body relaxes. Peace is powerful. Peace is healing. Peace is the inner sanctuary you can enter at any moment, simply by choosing it. And finally, my dear, focus on possibility, because possibility is where miracles live. When you say, "Everything is possible when I stay open," you are not being naive, you are being aligned. Openness creates pathways. Openness invites guidance. Openness turns closed doors into detours and detours into blessings. When you stay open, You tell the universe, "Show me what I cannot yet see." Possibility is the air that your dreams breathe. It is the light that enters the cracks. It is the invitation that allows life to surprise you in ways far greater than anything you could plan. So breathe, soften, open your heart, and whisper, "I am open to more." Because, my dear, the universe always provides for the heart that stays open. And now, my dear one, as we continue this journey together, I want to talk to you about something most people overlook, not because it is unimportant, but because it is invisible. Energy, focus, the quiet inner atmosphere that decides everything you create. You see, you cannot focus clearly when your energy is leaking everywhere. You cannot create powerfully when your attention is scattered. And you cannot receive what the universe wants to give you when your inner space is filled with noise that does not belong to you. Focus is not only about choosing, it is also about protecting. It is about creating a space where your thoughts can breathe, where your heart can speak, where your intuition can rise without being drowned by noise. And so I want to show you gently and lovingly how to protect your focus so life can reflect more clearly what you intend. Because when you protect your focus, you protect your future. One of the first ways to protect your focus is to reduce the mental noise that constantly pulls your attention away from yourself. Too many people live inside a storm created by other people's drama, negativity, and expectations. And sometimes they don't even realize it. They carry the moods of others. They absorb the fears of others. They internalize the stories, the comparisons, the judgments that were never theirs. But my dear, you do not need to entertain every energy that knocks on your door. You can choose what you let in. You can choose what you allow to stay. Begin by limiting drama, not by pushing people away, but by refusing to participate in emotional chaos. When someone attempts to pull you into their storm, you can stand in your calm and say, "I choose peace." Limit negative people, not by judging them, but by protecting your vibration. You are not obligated to be available to every conversation that drains you. And limit comparison. Oh, my dear, comparison is one of the greatest thieves of focus. It blinds you to your own path, your own timing, your own gifts. You can gently whisper to yourself, "I release the need to compare. My life unfolds in perfect order." When you reduce mental noise, you make space for clarity, and clarity is the birthplace of power. Protecting your focus also means tending to the space around you, the environment you live in, the room you work in, the energy you walk through every day. Your outer environment is a mirror of your inner state, and your inner state is influenced profoundly by your outer environment. A cluttered home often reflects a cluttered mind. A chaotic space often reflects an overwhelmed heart. And so I always encourage you to cleanse your environment with the same intention you use to cleanse your thoughts. A clean home is not just cleanliness, it is clarity. A clean home says, "I am ready for new energy." When you clean your space, you signal to life that you are making room for what you truly want. A clear desk is not simply organization, it is alignment. It says, "I am focused, I am present, I am capable of making wise decisions." And when you honor your environment begins to honor you back. It holds you, it supports you, it helps you rise instead of pulling you down. So take a few moments each day to reset your space, even in small ways. Even a small shift can create a ripple of clarity inside you. Another powerful way to protect your focus is to create a no negative story zone. A gentle, sacred boundary in your own mind. You see, the mind loves to drift. It loves to revisit old stories, old wounds, old fears, old patterns. Not because it wants to hurt you, but because it is familiar. The mind often mistakes familiarity for safety. But you, my dear, are learning a new language, the language of love, of possibility, of growth. So every time your mind drifts into an old negative story, you can gently interrupt it. Stop yourself and say, "No, that's an old story. I choose a new one." This practice is simple, but it is life-changing. When you catch a negative thought and redirect it, you reclaim your power. When you refuse to repeat the narrative that once limited you, you set yourself free. And when you choose a new story, even if it feels unfamiliar, you open the door to a new future. The universe listens to the story you repeat, not the one you wish you believed. So choose consciously, choose lovingly, choose stories that support your healing. And now, my dear one, I want to guide you into a practice that can reset your focus in just 3 minutes. Because sometimes we don't need a long ritual, we only need a moment of intention, a moment of presence, a moment of returning to ourselves. This is one of my favorite practices, simple, powerful, and deeply transformative. I call it the focus reset. It is designed to help you shift your energy quickly, especially when you feel scattered, overwhelmed, or disconnected from your center. You can do it anywhere, in your room, in your car, in the kitchen, in the middle of a stressful day. And every time you do it, you remind your mind who is in charge, your loving, conscious, present self. Begin with step 1. Place your hand gently on your heart for 10 seconds. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Feel your heartbeat beneath your palm. Feel your presence. This small act grounds you. It calms the nervous system. It tells your body, "I am here. I am with you. I am choosing love." And as you breathe softly, say to yourself, "I choose to focus on what helps me grow." Say it slowly. Say it sweetly. Say it like you are speaking to the most precious part of yourself, because you are. This simple sentence is a reset. It interrupts the old pattern and calls back your power. Step 2. Breathe deeply 3 times. Inhale clarity. Exhale fear. Inhale openness. Exhale tension. Inhale possibility. Exhale old stories. Let your breath carry out what is heavy. Let your breath carry in what is light. Your breath is your most loyal friend. It comes with you everywhere. It waits patiently for you to remember it. And every deep breath reminds your body that it is safe, that it is loved, that it is allowed to soften. Step 3. Write down 3 things you can control today. These do not need to be grand or dramatic. They can be simple. They can be gentle. They can be small. Perhaps you write, "The way I speak to myself, the energy I bring into each room, the time I give to nurture my mind." These are not merely tasks. These are choices of identity. When you claim what is within your control, you reclaim your focus from everything outside your control, and your power begins to rise. Step 4. Write 3 things you want life to reflect back to you. Remember, my dear, the universe mirrors your energy, so choose with intention. Maybe you write peace, love, new opportunities, or confidence, healing, abundance, or clarity, freedom, joy. Whatever you choose, write it with feeling, write it with openness, write it with trust. These 3 words become your vibrational signature for the day. They become the seeds you are planting, and the universe always grows the seeds you water. Step 5. Repeat this affirmation 3 times. What I focus on grows. What I send out returns to me multiplied. Say it with breath. Say it with belief. Say it with the willingness to let your life expand. Feel the truth of it in your chest. Feel the energy of it in your body. Feel the alignment of it in your heart. Because this affirmation is not simply positive thinking. It is the law of energy. What you focus on grows. What you send out returns stronger. What you repeat becomes real. You are not at the mercy of life. You are shaping it with every thought, every choice, every moment of awareness. My dear one, this practice is a gift to your future self. It is a declaration that you are choosing intention over chaos, presence over distraction, love over fear. And as we move into the next part of our journey together, I want you to hold this truth close. When you protect your focus, you protect your energy. And when you protect your energy, you protect the life you are creating. Whenever you're ready, let's continue. I want to share something personal with you, my dear one, something that shaped not only my life, but every teaching I have ever shared. There was a time when my mind was filled with noise, filled with fear, filled with old beliefs that kept me small. I didn't know how powerful my focus was. I didn't know that every word I repeated, every story I told myself, every quiet thought that passed through my mind was creating my reality. But as I learned, slowly, gently, imperfectly, to guide my focus with intention, I watched my life soften. I watched my body heal. I watched love return to places I thought were forever broken. And this is why I am sharing these affirmations with you now, because your words can become the medicine your heart has been waiting for. Your focus is not just attention, it is creation. And when you choose affirmations that lift your energy, reprogram your mind, and call in new experiences, you reshape your entire relationship with life itself. So let us begin with the I am affirmations, because I am is the most powerful beginning to any sentence. When you say I am, you are commanding the universe to pay attention. You are telling every cell in your body how to behave. You are instructing your subconscious mind which path to follow. So speak these gently, speak them slowly, speak them like soft medicine, like warm light entering your chest. I focus on what lifts me higher. I choose thoughts that support my healing. I focus on love, and love returns to me multiplied. I am aligned with the goodness of life. I attract what I am ready to receive. Let them sink. Let them move through you. Let them become part of your inner language. Your I am creates your I experience. And when you choose words that lift you, the universe responds. Now let us shift into the universe affirmations, because you are not doing this work alone. You are co-creating with a loving energy that wants to support you, guide you, and uplift you. These affirmations remind you that you are held, that you are supported, that life is always listening. The universe always responds to my energy. Everything I focus on expands beautifully. Life provides exactly what I am ready for. Blessings flow to me when I stay open. Feel how these truths soften your breath. The universe is not distant, not cold, not random. It is responsive. It is intimate. It is always in conversation with your inner world. And when your energy rises, life rises to meet you. Now, my dear, let me show you how to apply all of this in your daily life, because transformation happens through repetition, not intensity. Healing happens through practice, not perfection. And shifting your focus is a daily choice, a gentle ritual that grows more natural over time. In the morning, begin with one affirmation, not 10, not 20, just one. One sentence that sets the tone of your day. Perhaps, I choose to focus on what helps me grow. Then do one kind act, for someone else or for yourself, because kindness expands your vibration. And choose one action that nourishes you: a cup of warm tea, a stretch, a moment of silence, a loving thought. These small rituals align your energy with intention. During your day, pause twice and ask, is this thought helping me or hurting me? This single question can change your entire life. It interrupts negative momentum. It wakes you up from old patterns. It reminds you that you have a choice. If the thought is helping you, breathe deeper into it. If it is hurting you, change it gently. Redirect it. Choose a new sentence. Choose a new focus. And each adjustment becomes a doorway to a better moment. At night, before you sleep, write down 3 good things that came to you because of your focus. They may be small, they may be subtle, but noticing them teaches your mind to look for what is working rather than what is missing. Then send a quiet thank you to the universe. Gratitude before sleep is one of the most powerful forms of reprogramming. It tells your subconscious mind what to expand tomorrow. And now, my dear, I want to remind you of something beautifully simple yet profoundly transformative. When you focus on love, life softens. Truly, when you choose love over fear, even in one tiny moment, the world around you becomes gentler. When you choose trust over doubt, life begins to unfold in ways you once thought impossible. When you focus on what is good grows. Love is not weakness. Love is not naive. Love is not passive. Love is the strongest vibration in the universe. And when you anchor yourself in love, everything else in your life begins to shift. Fear contracts. Love expands. Fear closes. Love opens. Fear isolates. Love connects. And each time you choose love, you rewrite the story of your life. And now, as we close this part of our journey, I want you to remember the truth that lies at the heart of all creation. Your focus is your power. You do not need to change the whole world. You do not need to control everything around you. You only need to guide what you choose to look at, what you choose to nurture, what you choose to energize. Your focus is the steering wheel of your life. When you focus on fear, you steer into fear. When you focus on possibility, you steer into miracles. When you focus on love, joy, peace, and openness, the universe matches you instantly, because life is always reflecting you, responding to you, returning your energy in beautiful multiplied ways. So breathe with me, my dear. Place your hand on your heart and whisper softly, when I focus on love, joy, peace, and possibility, the universe matches me instantly. You are powerful. You are becoming. And your focus is shaping a life more beautiful than you can yet imagine. I deserve to be loved in every moment. I allow healing energy to restore my mind and body. I honor myself with compassion and grace. I choose thoughts that uplift and strengthen me. I am worthy of tenderness and care. I release fear and welcome inner peace. I lovingly forgive myself for all past actions. I am safe to grow and evolve. I welcome joy into my heart each day. I trust my intuition to guide me wisely. I choose calmness in every situation. I am grateful for the healing unfolding within me. I allow myself to rest and renew. I embrace my imperfections with love. I am worthy of beautiful experiences. I release old patterns with ease. I honor my healing journey with patience. I trust life to support me fully. I am open to receiving all forms of goodness. I treat myself with understanding and kindness. I allow light to enter every part of my being. I am enough exactly as I am. My heart expands with unconditional love. I choose to release self-criticism. I move forward with clarity and confidence. My soul is filled with peaceful strength. I embrace new beginnings with courage. I let love guide every step I take. I am supported by divine energy. I cherish who I am becoming. I am worthy of peace and harmony. My body responds positively to loving thoughts. I choose serenity over worry. I trust in my ability to heal deeply. I deserve rest, joy, and renewal. I honor my feelings without judgment. I welcome positive change into my life. I accept myself wholeheartedly. I am worthy of forgiveness and compassion. My inner child is safe and cherished. I believe in my inherent worth. I embrace calmness as my natural state. I am grateful for every lesson that shapes me. I release tension and invite tranquility. Love flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. I welcome miracles into my daily experience. I am worthy of joy simply because I exist. I let go of the past with gentleness. I am safe to express my authentic truth. My heart is open and receptive to love. I deserve respect, kindness, and peace. I return to calmness with each breath. Healing occurs naturally within me. I am deserving of healthy, loving relationships. I appreciate my unique gifts and strengths. I radiate love from within. My thoughts become more loving each day. I am supported in every step I take. I honor my boundaries with confidence. I embrace my journey with gratitude. I choose love over fear every time. I welcome harmony into every area of my life. I am gentle with myself during challenges. I grow in beautiful ways each day. I am worthy of all the love I give to others. My healing happens in perfect timing. I choose to be present with myself. I release doubt and choose inner certainty. My confidence grows as I honor my truth. I am surrounded by divine support. I trust the wisdom of my heart. I allow love to flow freely within me. I am proud of my resilience. I treat myself as Psalm, Eon precious. My life is filled with opportunities for joy. I am worthy of emotional freedom. I choose inner peace right now. I welcome clarity into my mind and heart. I honor my needs and desires fully. My heart is filled with gentle understanding. I release expectations and embrace acceptance. I am safe within myself. I choose to uplift my spirit. I deserve a life filled with ease and joy. I let go of negativity with grace. I am open to beautiful possibilities. My mind becomes more peaceful each day. I am whole, complete, and deeply loved. I am grateful for my inner strength. I choose to believe in my unique power. I trust life to unfold perfectly for me. I am in harmony with my true self. Calm energy surrounds and supports me. I lovingly embrace every part of who I am. My soul shines with radiant healing light. I am free to create a life I love. I choose thoughts that bring me comfort. I deserve to feel joyful and alive. I am connected to the flow of loving energy. I allow myself to transform gently and beautifully. I release resistance and allow ease. My heart is a sanctuary of peace and love. I am worthy of receiving tenderness and care. I trust myself to choose what is best for me. I deserve to be cherished and valued. I nourish my body with positive thoughts. I release comparison and celebrate my uniqueness. I welcome ease and flow into my relationships. My inner wisdom guides me clearly and kindly. I am grateful for the love I feel within. I attract uplifting and supportive experiences. I align more deeply with my true essence. I choose compassion as my guiding force. My life reflects my loving intentions. Healing comes naturally to me. I celebrate my growth every day. I am worthy of success, peace, and joy. I embrace myself with unconditional acceptance. I release the need to be perfect. I trust that I am exactly where I need to be. I welcome joy into every corner of my heart. I am safe to open myself to love. My spirit is renewed with every breath I take. I choose to honor my healing process. I deserve to live a beautiful and fulfilling life. I gently let go of all tension. My heart welcomes soothing energy. I choose faith as my foundation. I honor the divine light within me. I am grateful for who I am becoming. I welcome love, peace, and balance into my life. I deserve comfort, joy, and serenity. I allow myself to shine with confidence. I trust my healing journey completely. I am free to think new, empowering thoughts. My peace grows stronger with each moment. I am worthy of new beginnings filled with grace. I release everything that weighs me down. I choose to nurture my soul with kindness. I greet myself with tenderness each day. I love the person I am and the person I am becoming. I trust that everything is unfolding for my highest good. I welcome harmony to my mind, body, and spirit. I am deserving of deep, lasting healing. I allow life's blessings to flow to me freely. My heart heals more with every loving thought. I choose kindness in all moments. I am grateful for my beautiful evolution. I honor my worth in every decision. I choose to love myself unconditionally now and always. I deserve to be loved in every moment. I allow healing energy to restore my mind and body. I honor myself with compassion and grace. I choose thoughts that uplift and strengthen me. I am worthy of tenderness and care. I release fear and welcome inner peace. I lovingly forgive myself for all past actions. I am safe to grow and evolve. I welcome joy into my heart each day. I trust my intuition to guide me wisely. I choose calmness in every situation. I am grateful for the healing unfolding within me. I allow myself to rest and renew. I embrace my imperfections with love. I am worthy of beautiful experiences. I release old patterns with ease. I honor my healing journey with patience. I trust life to support me fully. I am open to receiving all forms of goodness. I treat myself with understanding and kindness. I allow light to enter every part of my being. I am enough exactly as I am. My heart expands with unconditional love. I choose to release self-criticism. I move forward with clarity and confidence. My soul is filled with peaceful strength. I embrace new beginnings with courage. I let love guide every step I take. I am supported by divine energy. I cherish who I am becoming. I am worthy of peace and harmony. My body responds positively to loving thoughts. I choose serenity over worry. I trust in my ability to heal deeply. I deserve rest, joy, and renewal. I honor my feelings without judgment. I welcome positive change into my life. I accept myself wholeheartedly. I am worthy of forgiveness and compassion. My inner child is safe and cherished. I believe in my inherent worth. I embrace calmness as my natural state. I am grateful for every lesson that shapes me. I release tension and invite tranquility. Love flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. I welcome miracles into my daily experience.